After seeing some of the comments of the last video, I realized I gotta lay it down. I have to lay down the whole thing so you really understand where I'm coming from. In this video, I will show you the result of 13 years practicing law of attraction, and it's not good. None of it is good. Happy World Goth Day. Okay guys, it's part 9 of this series where I'm telling my story from when I was in New Age for 20 years up into my testimony of being born again in September 2018. So the last video I did, I introduced the audience to law of attraction and my walk and experience with law of attraction. I explained that law of attraction will often give you enough of a result that you believe in it, but never goes all the way. It doesn't fully deliver of what it promises to. So I had this one big experience right off the bat. The first thing I tried to manifest with law of attraction pretty much manifested. And I am 1000% totally sold out to law of attraction. I honestly believe it's going to solve all my problems and make me very happy and prosperous, give me the magnificent life and the peace of life, all the things I wanted. Well, guess what? It didn't. Never did. For 13 years. Okay, I'm not talking about a couple of years. I'm not talking about 5 years. 13 years. It did not deliver. It did not bring me peace or happiness or joy or prosperity. And I believed because of that first time. Because of that first time, and then a few small things over the course of 13 years. Like a handful of things that when I look back at it, I'm like, okay, this is helping me to stay roped into this. I wanted to do a different subject today. Like I kind of wanted to keep marching along the story and kind of tell the next phase of being in law of attraction. It was about more like relationships and having conflicts with people and how law of attraction dealt with that. But no, after seeing some of the comments of the last video, I realized I gotta lay it down. I have to lay down the whole thing so you really understand where I'm coming from. And maybe I should have just done that from the beginning. But this thing, after the first experience, it did not work. 13 years. Listen, I was invested. I tried and I believed. So everything that went wrong to me and with me in this 13 years was happening, of course, for me, right? It's a part of my refining. That everything that went wrong, I believed, I created it to help me, to serve me. How does this serve me? Well, guess what? I got cancer. Okay, guys, I got cancer. Cancer in 2013. Or listen, cancer. Now listen, how does this serve me? And I have cancer now, and I'm terrified. I am not, and there's nothing good about what's going on in my life, in my mind, heart, body. Nothing is good. I put on a show too. Like I put on the show with people that I'm happy, and I went and did all kind. Went here, went there, made sure I had the most fun summer. I was miserable. How does this serve me? What can I learn from this? How do I turn this around? Because remember, you are creating your reality with the thoughts you think and the words that you speak. And deeply heal, like past the cancer, into the neural patterns or cosmic patterns, right? Well, however deep this goes, that like as far as you can go into the cosmos is as far as you can go into yourselves. That's how far and deep and microscopic this microcosm is. So how deep is the pain and the pattern? Well, let's take it all the way. Let the cancer bring up the deeper issues so that we can heal them with law of attraction. And reconfigure and recalibrate all the bad thinking. This deep healing from negative patterns. See, no, I got it. There's like nothing you can tell me. I got it. Okay, fine. So for 13 years, I did law of attraction. And I must have been somewhat good at it because it worked for me the first time. So how long does it take to heal? How long does it take to heal? Because let me tell you something. At the end of those 13 years, or at the end of the halfway point, let's say 5 years in, 10 years in, 13 years in, at no point did I feel like I had gotten anywhere, like with myself. Generally, overall, I was not doing good. At the end of 13 years, it wasn't just cancer. I just wanted your attention with that. It wasn't just cancer. I was in massive debt, credit card debt and other debt. Because I thought, oh, I'm in law of attraction, I'm going to be taken care of. Everything's going to get taken care of because I'm in law of attraction, we're good to go. So here's credit card. I just made some bad choices. But it was okay. I had cancer, medullary thyroid cancer, which isn't the one people normally get. It's different than the one you just get the surgery and then take the isotope. No. Because this is still an issue in my life now. Because this is something that's still going on. And even worse than that, I had injuries and I had this associative whiplash syndrome, which the symptoms of it were so bad. It produced like panic attacks, anxiety. It was so horrible. It just made you feel off. It made me feel like affected me head to toe. To me, this was worse than the cancer. I was using alcohol to deal with the symptoms of the whiplash. You don't understand the wreck I was at the end of my 13 years of law of attraction. And even at that point, near the end of it, I still thought this was all for my greater good. Reiki was also going on in here. I became a Reiki practitioner in 2007. So that was also happening at this. So I had the law of attraction and the intelligent life force energy called Reiki, 2 master levels. Yeshua or however, and Karuna, 2 different ones. And I'm in this condition at the end of 13 years. So you know something? I did take like martial arts. I took Kung Fu. You know what the instructor said about Kung Fu? Like crazy, insane, like Jackie Chan stuff. That it takes about 10 years to get good at this. It takes about 10 years to really get a grip on it and to have it start working for you and to start getting good at it. For Kung Fu, 10 years. 13 years. 13 years. And nothing good was happening. It was all bad. I've noticed this a lot in editing some of these videos, that I just look like I'm reliving spiritual trauma, because I am. It's bringing me face to face with parts of me that still don't trust God. So thank God I don't have to fix it with my thinking. I just have to give it to Him. But because it worked that first time and worked a few other times, and I really believed that this was me sifting, all the bad things were me sifting through contrast so that I can realize and manifest the most magnificent life. So do you see why I kind of had to just take a step back from going through the story and the sequence and just lay it down? I'm still gonna go through the stories in the future videos, like everything I went through in Law of Attraction step by step. But instead of like having it reveal itself over time, I just needed to lay this aspect of it down for you today. So I finally realized that this was a horrible deception when I finally knew Jesus and was reading the Bible and understood God's promises, how Christianity really operates and what it is, and realizing, like I said in the last video, law of attraction is indeed a cheap, listen to me, it's a cheap imitation of the real thing, which is Christianity, biblical principles. God will put you through the fire in life to refine you. He will put you through the storm to strengthen you, to prune you. He'll even take a branch that is bearing fruit and prune that so it will produce more fruit. Meaning that there's definitely, according to Christianity, some kind of process happening in the spirit and in your physical body manifesting. But it's not like you co-creating with the universe, which is just a bunch of space and gas and doesn't have a brain and arms to hold you like Jesus does. But no, this is God's purpose and plan for your life. And the plan for your life, it says it, is to produce the fruit of the Spirit. And the fruit of the Spirit is patience, joy. Joy is the fruit of the Spirit. Peace, temperance, long-suffering, and forbearance. But joy and peace. So that you could go out into the world and spread and the word of the gospel, come to know the truth, be salt and light in a dark world, be an ambassador of heaven and an agent of Christ. So this is for his purpose. Do you see the big difference? The result of law of attraction, the goal of law of attraction is self-serving, it's selfish. You have what you want and you're all happy. As long as you're doing good, as long as you're happy, you're taking care of this one little part of the universe experiencing itself. You're stewarding this little section of the universe experiencing itself. Okay, it's okay to be selfish because you're taking care of yourself. But the result of Christ is to love your enemies. Is to have peace and joy, and to be prepared for every good work, and to stretch out your hand and tell a mountain to be thrown into the sea. Tell that mountain to be moved and nothing will be impossible to you. Speak to the mountain. That sounds pretty cool, and it is. But it's not done on your terms, and it's not done on the terms of a cold and empty source that you just draw from to decide what you want to do, what's the right thing. No, it's from a sovereign God who has a plan for your life, and you just need to submit to him, be his child, and repent from your sin and accept Christ. And all these things will be added to you. Law of attraction is a lie, and it's evil, and it's meant to take you away from God, the real God. That's its point. It's to put your head up your own butt like this, like a lot of things do in this world, in the world of psychology, except now you think you're being spiritual. I have to cut this off because it's already too late. So thank you for listening. 13 years in a nutshell. It's evil. Do you see? It's evil. It's evil. I have a lot more to say. Just want you to know, at one point near the end of being in law of attraction, just before I knew God, there was one night where I knew Jesus was real, and it was him, like from the Bible, and that he had his arms around me and was inviting me in to Christianity. It was beautiful. You know what? I said no. I rejected it. I said, I still want this my way. I have my own ideas. I want to do this my way. And you know what? He still came after me. He didn't just leave me. He still came after me. I think it was a year later. Love is patient and kind. I'll see you guys next time. Happy World Goth Day. Hallelujah.